video, we're going to be casting the footwear impression. Always remember that you must photograph your footwear impressions before you cast them. And since that's been done, we're going to go ahead and show you how to cast. Now, depending upon what kind of ground your footwear impression is in, will depend on how you treat the area. So we have some kind of loose, fine dirt here, and we don't want to damage the impression when we pour the casting material on. So we're going to use a hardening spray to kind of set this print. And when you're using this hardening spray, you don't want to spray too close at first because you want to see how it's going to affect with the wind and your surroundings and everything. So you just want to, we've got an angle here. Okay. And now whatever casting material you're using, they usually come pre-measured in a bag. And so we're going to go ahead and mix up, add the water. Make sure you follow the directions on whatever casting material you have. And if it comes in a bag like this pre-measured, you can just go ahead and mix it in the bag. Make sure you get it all the way down into the corners because you're going to want to use all of this casting material. Alright, now that this is fairly well mixed, very well mixed, you may want to make sure there's no lumps in here whatsoever. You can go ahead and remove our scale. Don't want it to be in the way. Now when you pour out your casting material, you never want to pour directly onto your footwear impression. You want to start at one end, and as the material builds, it will flow, and you can direct the flow by continuing to pour on top of the casting material that's already come out. And you're going to want to give yourself a little bit of an overlap here on the outside of maybe 1 to 2 inches surrounding this print. You don't need to open this all the way either. Just start your pour. See how you can kind of guide it to flow without actually pouring directly on this print. Don't be shy, use all of your compound here. Now, we have a tongue depressor that we can use to just lightly smooth and spread this. You can get kind of an even application. Make sure you've covered enough area. And then you're going to let it set for about 30 minutes. You want to make sure that it's, you know, really set before you try to lift it up. And then you're going to, once you've lifted it after those 30. Okay, about a half an hour has transpired, so now we're going to go ahead and lift up our casting. And it's covered with dirt, as it should be. You don't want to go ahead and brush this off yet. So now what you would do is you would place this in a cardboard box and transport it back to your lab, where you would then let it set for about another 72 hours so it can cure and harden all the way. And then after 72 hours you can go ahead and brush it off, wash it off, so you can look at all the detail. That way you don't compromise any of the detail of your cast. If you were to wash it off now, it might be a little too soon. Now we're rinsing off our cast. Take a little bit. Gradually work through all this dirt. get into some further detail, you could probably use a little brush along with the water to get the rest of this dirt off, but you can already see a good amount of detail here, the tread mark of this footwear impression. For further information on footwear impression photography and casting, please visit our website at the Crime Scene Investigator Network. Thank you.